back again, you fellow roguish renegades. I'm your host, Amanda McKnight, and I'll be your guide on this month's recap where we'll get you up to date with everything that has been happening at Renegade this month. As always, you can find links for everything mentioned in this video in the video description below, and be sure to subscribe and ring that bell if you haven't already, to make sure that you don't miss out on all our resplendent monthly Renegade news in regards to new games, Kickstarters, organized play events, and more. Coming your way next month, we have some exciting new May releases for you. We are announcing that the My Father's Work Kickstarter is now live. My Father's Work is an exciting and eccentric Euro worker placement game set in the world of Victorian Gothic horror. This Euro is blended together with a rich story that features immersive, branching storylines experienced through an app-driven, scenario-based deluxe game played over the course of 3 familial generations. You play as a mad scientist who carries a page of your father's journal and dreams of completing his work using the lavish and no doubt spooky estate you have inherited. Over the course of 90 to 120 minutes, 2 to 4 mad scientists will compete in this mid-level, story-based Euro and earn points by completing experiments, aiding the town in their endeavors, upgrading your macabre estate, and hopefully completing your father's work. Duel of Wands is a magically exhilarating 2-player game that will be released this May. Duel of Wands features electrifying artwork from Heather Vaughn and designed by Luke Minch and Doug Lewandowski. Duel of Wands works as both a standalone game or as a game to resolve conflicts in the tabletop RPG Kids on Brooms. Players aim to strengthen their own psyche while seeking to remove and diminish their opponents through spell casting. Battle it out in this Duel of Wands. Draw your wand, get ready to duel, and be sure to check in with your friendly local game store or our online Renegade Game Studios web store this May. Our Power Rangers deck builder is an amazing new title that will be released and coming your way this May. In the Power Rangers deck builder, you choose to play on either the side of good, fighting as the Power Rangers, or on the side of evil, fighting as their villains. Reduce your opponent's health points to 0 to secure victory for your team. Villains attack with monsters and recruit masters into their lair, which they can use to wreak even more havoc. Mwahaha! Heroes, on the other hand, are trying to assemble their team of rangers and allies, collecting Zords in order to assemble their Megazord. More phenomenal! Check in with your friendly local game store or the Renegade Game Studios web store to get your copy of Power Rangers the Deck Builder this May. Speaking of Power Rangers, and also coming your way this May, we have 2 Heroes of the Grid expansions. 2! There's the Squatt and Baboo character pack, which introduces the lovable and bumbling duo to your game. And it's time for even more evil action with our villain pack number 3, Legacy of Evil, which introduces bosses Divatox and Thrax, as well as monsters Parantis Head, Terror Toad, and the legendary King Sphinx. Keep an eye out for both of the expansions, available on the Renegade Game Studios web store and at your friendly local game store this May. Embarcadero, designed by Adam Buckingham and Ed Marriott, is expected to release this May. Embarcadero centers around the rise of the Wharfside district of San Francisco. Stake your claim during this thrilling competitive game set right around the time of the gold rush in 1850. Compete for control of wharves and carve out a foothold for yourself in the city council. Do you have what it takes to rule the waterfront? Find out this May and get your copy online at the Renegade Game Studios web store or at your friendly local game store. Aggretsuko is a loud and proud card game in collaboration with Oni Games that is also headed your way this May. With game design by Steve Ellis and Ben Eisner and art by Brenda Hickey, it's Aggretsuko. Race to finish all your work before anyone else over the course of a 5-day work week. Having work left over means putting in extra hours after all, when you could be enjoying some much needed relaxation time instead. To avoid working extra, players try to get rid of their cards, one-upping one another in terms of rank. You also have the option to go into an epic rage in order to potentially get the card you need to unlock that perfect combo, like the Rainbow Bomb, ensuring you get a ton of work done on a later turn. Get rid of your cards to keep your score low and try to stay cool and polite as you rock towards that golden, hopefully work-free weekend. Aggretsuko will be available for purchase this May. Be sure to check in at your friendly local game store or online at the Renegade Game Studios web store to get your very own copy next month. We have our second line of puzzles coming your way this May, featuring stunning and iconic artwork from EC Comics. And this first wave of EC Comics puzzles, as such, will feature artwork from Weird Science issue number 16. Weird Science issue number 16 features amazing cover art by comic book Hall of Fame artist Wally Wood on a 19 by 26 inch 1,000-piece puzzle. In addition to issue 16, the first wave of EC Comics jigsaw puzzles includes Weird Science issue 15, as well as both Weird Science Fantasy issue 27 and issue 29. Check in with your friendly local game store or at the online Renegade Game Studios web store and get ready to puzzle out these pieces of art next month. For all those renegades who backed our Vampire the Masquerade Rivals expandable card game Kickstarter, get ready, this game will be coming to your doors soon. Very exciting news. Check in with us on Twitch this month, where we'll be continuing to stream. We'll be keeping Mondays more phenomenal with Power Rangers, where we'll be streaming monthly scenarios and more, keeping the family up to date and entertained every Wednesday with our Vampire Wednesdays. Thank you so much for watching and for staying up to date with us. For more ways to stay up to date, sign up for our newsletter to ensure you don't miss any news regarding exciting new titles and events. Follow us on social media and subscribe to us on YouTube, and remember to ring that bell to make sure you get notified and don't miss out on any of our newest content. I'll see you next month, but until then, remember to play your game.